गजवदना वेडुवे गौरी तनय त्रिजगवन्दितने सुजनर कोरे बने गजवदना वेडुवे आशांकुशधर परम पवित्र मूषिक वाहन निजन प्रेमा गजवदना वेडुवे गौरी तनय त्रिजगवन्दितने सुजनर कोरे बने गजवदना वेडुवे मोददि निन्नय पादव तोरो साधु वन्दितने आदरदिन्दलि मोददि निन्नय पादव तोरो साधु वन्दितने आदरदिन्दलि सरसि जनाभश्री सरसि जनाभश्री पुरन्दर विठलन सरसि जनाभश्री पुरन्दर विठलन निरुतनेयुवन्ते वरदय माडो निरुतनेयुवन्ते वरदय माडो गजवदना वेडुवे गौरी तनय त्रिजगवन्दितने सुजनर कोरे बने गजवदना वेडुवे
National Science Day is celebrated and is on 28th February every year to mark the discovery of Raman effect by Sir C.V. Raman on 28th February 1928. For this discovery, Sir C.V. Raman was awarded the Nobel Prize in Physics in 1930. Objectives of celebrating the National Science Day. National Science Day is celebrated to spread the message about the importance of science in the daily life of people. To display all the activities, efforts, and achievements in the field of science for human welfare. It is celebrated to discuss all the issues and implement new technologies for the development in the field of science. To give an opportunity to scientific-minded citizens of India to encourage the people as well as popularize science and technology. Thank you.
long time. I'm doing good. Yes, we did a meeting after a fairly long period of time.
What were you up to these days? Your Instagram stories look cool.
Thanks, they were my cousins who came over to my place for a few days. Just went for a trip with them. What were you guys doing these days?
We had been to a meeting, really learned a lot.
And what explains your inactivity in social media for such long days?
Let me explain. We had to promise our grandfathers that we wouldn't waste time on our mobiles.
Yes, at least as long as we were there.
Sounds interesting. Would you take up trouble explaining me what was your experience and what you sisters learned there?
Why not? With absolute pleasure.
Now let's take a sneak peek inside. What was the scene happening there?
Grandpa, how are you?
Oh, my children, it's so good seeing you people after such a long time. I'm sure you are well. I am going.
But where are you going at this time and dawn?
I am leaving for the field. Would you like to join me? I'm sure you will see and learn new things which you can never experience as a city dweller.
That sounds great. Come, Treya, let's go.
Okay, let's go. But where are you going at this time and dawn?
I am leaving for the field. Would you like to join me? I'm sure you will see and learn new things which you can never experience as a city dweller.
That sounds great. Come, Treya, let's go.
Okay, let's go.
Can you please explain us about these crops? How to grow? How do you cut them?
Cutting of crops is known as reaping.
Can you please explain it in detail for us?
Sure, why not? Agriculture is the art or science of growing crops. It all begins with a fertile land which is also sufficiently irrigated.
Irrigated? Don't you know this? It is a process of supplying sufficient water to the crops at required times through artificial means.
Yes, you are right. Let's move on. Farmers then have to take care of the plants. They must also make arrangements for sowing, that is the process of planting the seeds. Then, while taking care of the plants, they must also monitor the growth of the crops attentively. They must also see to that any type of wild animals do not attack the crops and must protect them from those wild animals like wild boar, elephants, etc. in some places.
I see.
Then we have to fertilize the plants. There are various types of fertilizers, but I usually prefer and use eco-friendly fertilizers, for they are not usually going to harm or affect the fertility of the land. And also nowadays for irrigation, tube wells are gaining popularity, but I strongly oppose them.
And why is that?
Because tube wells are disasters for underground water table. They just suck out water from the ground rigorously and not even adding a single drop back into the system. Instead, I suggest choosing for open wells, which also helps in water restoration as well as in maintaining a perfect water cycle.
Indeed, true.
After the complete growth of the plants, the next process is harvesting of the crops, which is indeed the last and the final stage of the crop cycle, after which the farmers again prepare the land for sowing of the next crop. And did you know, nowadays hybridization is of great help to farmers in improvising the quality and variety of the plants. And let's go to the farm garage. Would you like to accompany me?
You're really cool, Granddad.
So, this is the tilling machine which you are seeing. It is used for the land preparation. It is connected and attached to the back of a tractor and is driven around the field. The next machine you are seeing is a seed drill, which helps in sowing the seeds at a very fast rate. The next machine is a modernized and modified version of a water tanker. It has various sprinklers attached to it which help in rapid irrigation. Then, any guesses for what those next machines there are?
Can I take a guess? It is used for fertilization.
Absolutely right. They are the biggest machines used and they are all guesses for what those last machines there are?
Can I? It is used to carry loads, that is, harvested crops and seeds, etc.
Absolutely right. For you children, now know many parts in agriculture. Now shall we enjoy the harvest?
What does that mean?
I meant it's time for breakfast and especially I have used the vegetables I have myself grown in the field for preparing the breakfast. Come, let's have it.
For now, we have visited and learned many things from the paternal grandfather. Now let's join them with their maternal grandfather.
How do you do?
Oh, my children, so good to see you after such a long time. I'm doing good.
But where are you going at this time in dawn?
I'm going for a morning walk. Would you like to join me? I have numerous things to tell you about rockets and rocket science. I will tell you about them on the way.
Even we are looking forward to hear about it from you. We shall surely join you. Shall we leave?
Okay then, let me explain to you the most important and most demanding part in a rocket. It is the engine and the combustion chamber combined.
Granddad, I just love to see the massive exhaust pipes with great pressure.
Yes. While admiring its appearance, let's also appreciate the engineering that goes behind it, right? The fuel from the fuel tank which is in the rocket and oxidizer from the oxygen tank are released with great pressure for the rocket to lift off with great speeds.
Oxidizer is used in combustion, right? It is one of the most essential parts in the combustion triangle.
Yes, you're absolutely right. Now, the part which you see in the bottom of the rocket is known as the power turbine. The fuel for the rocket consists of liquid hydrogen and hydrazine. These fuels are very powerful. It will help the rocket in going at very high speeds so that it can escape the gravitational force of the earth.
Oh, that's really fast.
Yes, as I told, the speed has to be attained in order to escape the gravitational force of the earth. I forgot to tell you one thing. The heart of the satellite, which is the satellite itself, opens up only in outer space. It will then be powered by its large solar panels.
Fascinating. What about the cost for such great revolutionary projects, Granddad?
Yes. Such projects cost huge amount of investment by the governments itself. The cost for it goes up to $2 billion or roughly around 15,000 crores or in Indian rupees. Such high investment is what is keeping common men far away from space travel. Well, at least anytime soon.
It would be breathtaking to view Earth from space while traveling in a rocket.
Yep, I'd love to, but...
Don't feel blues, my children. Great men like Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos, with their companies like SpaceX and Blue Origin, are working day and night to make space travel affordable for every common man. Yes, that is true. They are working day and night for it. They provide competition for even the governmental space agencies like NASA, ISRO, EESA, just to name a few. The best part is that because of these private, crowd-funded companies, even the research and development in governmental agencies goes up, thus contributing to fast development in all areas of space and aeronautical engineering. We are developing space and aeronautical engineering at a very fast rate, which is very good news. Now let me tell you some more surprise. I have five passes for Satish Dhawan Space Center. Will you all children join me? I'm sure we'll witness some breathtaking latest space technology in there.
Wow, that's just great. Thank you so much, Granddad. You're the best.
Cool and also very informative. I also would love to have such an outing. Thanks for sharing me such useful information. I assure you that it will definitely be useful for our future. Thank you, and happy Saturday.
Good morning, children and teachers. I think the first time maybe after 1 year, I'm talking to all of you. It's a very, very good feeling that you're all here and we are alive and kicking. I'm happy that I made it for the Science Day function today. We should recall when our founder, Regenerative Swamiji, started these institutions. One of the primary goals he had was science. He said it is science which will take us forward. He was an educationist, visionary, and also a patriot. So he said if a country has to progress, it is science. So he has always emphasized science as a subject our children should go for. And as many times we hear that he wished that one of you get the Nobel Prize one day. So I understand you have also some exhibits. I will see those exhibits. Unfortunately, because of COVID, we are all not able to do it in a larger scale. But I am very, very happy that the school is taking forward the tradition, and all of you should be congratulated for conducting this particular occasion. And I wish all of you, especially 9th and 10th standard children, all the best for whatever they do in their career, and all the best for the Science Day. Thank you.
We have witnessed so many experiments presented by our 9th and 10th students. It's really educative and thought-provoking and very interesting also. All these participants have presented beautifully and make us to understand what is going on in the nature. See, science is to understand the nature. Without science, we would not have understood this nature. You know, as the science developed, the knowledge developed. So mathematics and science, the contribution of mathematics and science is so much that the knowledge house also accumulated with knowledge. Like nature is mysterious. You know, there are so many things to understand. We are not studying this nature fully. That's why the research is going on. Why there is no end for any research? There is no end for research. Don't be under the impression that the knowledge growth is over. I don't think it is even 50% growth. So, my dear students, if you are interested in learning, there is a lot to learn, but you will not learn the entire thing. You will learn only a branch of the knowledge tree. That too may be a little branch, may not be a big branch. So, try to make use of it. Educational career. Today we had a very wonderful time with these young scientists of our Purna Prajna. I wish all of you all the best in your future educational career. May God bless you. Thank you.
ವಿಜ್ಞಾನದ ದಿನ ವಿಶೇಷವಾದ ಜ್ಞಾನವನ್ನು ನಿಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಕೊಡ್ತು. ಅದು ನಮ್ಮ ಮಕ್ಕಳ ಮೂಲಕ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳೋದಕ್ಕೆ ತುಂಬ ಹೆಮ್ಮೆ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಜೋರಾಗಿ ಒಮ್ಮೆ ಕರತಾಡನ ಮಾಡಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಮುದ್ದು ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ, ಅವರೀಗ ಬಾಲವಿಜ್ಞಾನಿಗಳಾಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಕೆಲವು ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಆ್ಯಸಿಡ್ ಇರೋ ವಸ್ತುವನ್ನು ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಏನೇನು ಆರೋಗ್ಯಕ್ಕೆ ಹಾನಿಯಾಗುತ್ತೆ ತುಂಬ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ತೋರಿಸಿದರು. ಇನ್ನು ಕೆಲವರು ಮನೇಲಿ ಜೇನುತುಪ್ಪ ಇದೆ, ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಕುಡಿದು ಬಿಡೋಣ ಬಿಸಿ ಬಿಸಿ ನೀರು ಹಾಲಿಗೆ ಹಾಕ್ಕೊಂಡು ಅಂತ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ಏನೇನು ದುಷ್ಪರಿಣಾಮ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅದನ್ನು ತೋರಿಸಿದರು. ನಾಳೆ ಭವಿಷ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾದರೂ ಉಗ್ರಗಾಮಿಗಳದ್ದು ಏನಾದರೂ ಗಲಾಟೆ ಆದರೆ ಸೀಕ್ರೆಟ್ ಮೆಸೇಜ್ ಹೇಗೆ ಕಳಿಸೋದು ಅದನ್ನು ಸಹ ನಮ್ಮ ಚಿನ್ನರು ತೋರಿಸ್ಬಿಟ್ರು. ವೆರಿ ಗುಡ್. ಆಮೇಲೆ ನನ್ನ ಬಾಲಕರೆಲ್ಲ ವಯಸ್ಸಾದ ತಾತ ಆಗಿ ಬಹಳ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯ ಅನುಭವದ ಜ್ಞಾನವನ್ನು ಕೊಟ್ರಿ. ತುಂಬ ಉಪಯೋಗ ಆಗಿತ್ತು. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಕರೋನಾ ಸಮಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಡಸ್ಟ್ಬಿನ್ ಮುಟ್ಟದೇನೆ ಹೇಗಪ್ಪ ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸೋದು ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನು ನಮ್ಮ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ತೋರಿಸಿದರು. ಬಹಳ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿತ್ತು ಮಕ್ಕಳೇ. ಎಲ್ಲ ಪ್ರಯೋಗಗಳು ಅಚ್ಚುಕಟ್ಟಾಗಿ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಿ. ಸಿಕ್ಕ ಈ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಅವಕಾಶವನ್ನು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಸದುಪಯೋಗ ಪಡಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರಿ. ನೀವು ಇದೇ ರೀತಿ ಬೆಳೆಯಬೇಕು, ಇದೇ ರೀತಿ ಯೋಚಿಸಬೇಕು, ಇದೇ ರೀತಿ ಇನ್ನೂ ಸಹ ಹೊಸ ಹೊಸ ಆವಿಷ್ಕಾರಗಳನ್ನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಜನಗಳಿಗೆ ಸಹಾಯ ಆಗಬೇಕು ನೀವು ಮಾಡಿರೋ ಆವಿಷ್ಕಾರಗಳು. ಅದಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಹಿರಿಯ ಸ್ವಾಮೀಜಿಗಳು ವಿಜ್ಞಾನ ಸಂಶೋಧನಾ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಯನ್ನು ನಿಮಗಾಗಿ ತೆರೆದಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ನೋಡೋಣ ಭವಿಷ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ಯಾವ ಯುವ ವಿಜ್ಞಾನಿಗಳು ಆ ವಿಜ್ಞಾನ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಯ ವೇದಿಕೆಯನ್ನು ಏರ್ತಾರೆ. ನಮ್ಮ ಹಿರಿಯ ಸ್ವಾಮೀಜಿಯ ಬಯಕೆ ಒಂದೇ ಒಂದು, ನೊಬೆಲ್ ಪ್ರಶಸ್ತಿಯನ್ನು ನಮ್ಮ ಪೂರ್ಣ ಪ್ರಜ್ಞಾ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳು ಪಡಿಬೇಕು ಅಂತ. ಅದಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಈ ಎಲ್ಲ ಯುವ ವಿಜ್ಞಾನಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಶುಭವನ್ನು ಹಾರೈಸಿ ನನ್ನೆರಡು ಮಾತುಗಳಿಗೆ ಮಂಗಳ ಹಾಕ್ತೀನಿ. ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು.
Good morning, respected Dispenser, VP ma'am, primary ma'am, primary in charge ma'am, manager sir, and Mrs. Shaima ma'am, and all my colleagues, my dear children. I was really wondering, many of you were in my class when I was as a nursery teacher. So even though you people have grown up and you are standing in front of me, I see those children, those who are smiling, so cute, coming and meeting us. So I'm really feeling proud. I don't know what to tell you people when I'm standing here, because all my babies have grown up to such a smart, young scientists. So I feel really proud that I can also take a small part of the credit, telling that I was also a teacher for you people. So I really thank all my children and all the best for all of you. Already Principal Sir and VP Ma'am explained to you people how smart you all are. And what I noticed is, in our time we were finding it very difficult to find out some experiments to explain to the children. We used to select big experiments, which is very difficult for collecting so many materials, but you people were showing it with very simple things, what is easily available around us, and you were showing that with cheap things also you can teach the children how each part of our activities are happening in our life. Very simple ones, but very informative. Thank you so much, children, and please always go to the heights with the blessings of Swamiji and God, and your blessings of your teachers. Thank you so much for making me proud. Thank you.
Respected Principal, Vice Principal, Pre-Primary Principal, Manager Sir, Shaima, dear friends and dear students, I first of all wish you all a very happy National Science Day. This year, that is 2021, is the year of, the theme is Future of STI, that is Science, Technology and Innovation. Our students demonstrated various innovations in science. I pray that many more such innovations should happen in our institution. children, under the guidance of these wonderful teachers, work together, there is no doubt in developing such wonderful innovations from you all. So, I wish you all a very good luck and all the best for wonderful innovations to happen in science and technology. Thank you one and all. Have a very good day.
ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರೀಯ ವೈಜ್ಞಾನಿಕ ದಿನದ ಹಾರ್ದಿಕ ಶುಭಾಶಯಗಳು. ನನ್ನ ಸಂದೇಶ ಏನಿಲ್ಲ, ಒಂದು ಮಾಹಿತಿ. ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಾಲ್ ಸರ್ ಆವಾಗ ಹೇಳಿದ ಹಾಗೆ ಯಾರಾದರೂ ಈ ಸೈನ್ಸ್ನ ಈ ಸಂಶೋಧನೆ ವಿಚಾರದಲ್ಲಿ ಅಥವಾ ಸೈನ್ಸ್ ವಿಚಾರದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳುವಂಥ ಆಸಕ್ತಿ ಇರುವಂತಹ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳು ಈ ರಜಾ ಸಮಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಮತ್ತು ತಮಗೆ ಫ್ರೀ ಇರುವಂಥ ಸಮಯದಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮ ದೇವನಹಳ್ಳಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಬಿದಲೂರಿನಲ್ಲಿರುವ ಪೂರ್ಣಪ್ರಜ್ಞಾ ವಿಜ್ಞಾನ ಸಂಶೋಧನಾ ಕೇಂದ್ರದಲ್ಲಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಟ್ರೈನಿಂಗ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಒಂದು 15 ದಿವಸಗಳ ಟ್ರೈನಿಂಗಿನ ಅವಕಾಶ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ತಾವು ಹೋಗಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಇಚ್ಛೆ ಪಟ್ಟಲ್ಲಿ, ಅಂದರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗೋ ಖರ್ಚು ವೆಚ್ಚಗಳನ್ನು ತಾವು ವಹಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ತಮಗೆ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಇದ್ದಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮನ್ನಾಗಲಿ ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಾಲ್ರನ್ನಾಗಲಿ ಕಾಂಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಆದರೆ ಅದರ ಮುಂದಿನ ವಿವರಗಳನ್ನು ನಿಮಗೆ ನೀಡ್ತೇವೆ. ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ವಂದನೆಗಳು.
Namaste. I am Srujan N. Hiremat of class 9 and this is my model of the regenerative braking. This was my science model where I presented in the Yuva Vignani held by the government of Karnataka. This was a district level competition of all the science models which was held at Banashankari. Firstly, let me explain to you about my model regenerative braking. Firstly, the principle how it works. Whenever an automobile decelerates, there's energy expenditure which is taking place. Conserving this energy is the main idea and the principle for this model of regenerative braking. This energy which is conserved can be used for charging the batteries which are present in the automobile itself. Let me show you how my model of the regenerative braking works. If we consider this wheel to be a wheel of an automobile which runs on the road, this should be brought in contact with another wheel. This is that another wheel which causes deceleration. When this wheel rotating comes in contact with this, we can rotate this wheel also, as you can see. Now when this comes in contact, let me show you how energy is produced. Because of frictional force, this wheel starts rotating, which as you can see produces energy here. You can see the entire circuit flowing from here. This is connected to another wheel via an axle, which is later connected to a dynamo here. The wires straightly pass to the bulb, which cause it to glow when the energy is produced by the dynamo. In place of this bulb, we can attach a battery. If that battery is attached, the battery can be charged at free of cost. Generally, batteries are charged by the service centers with a cost. But if this model is implemented in all the automobiles, we can charge the batteries for free of cost. This was the cost effectiveness of the regenerative braking. Let me now share my experience in the Yuva Vignani competition held by the Karnataka government. The experience of mine was really good. I got a lot of exposure learning there. All my fellow competents had a lot of other models based on physics, laws of motion and many other things. Even the judges asked many questions about the statistics, the data and the survey companies conducted and its cost effectiveness mainly. So this was it, my experience and my model of the regenerative braking. Thank you for joining me. See you soon.
A very good morning to one and all. I'm Santosh Shah from 10th standard A section and I'm going to demonstrate my project, that is the automatic water dispenser, which has the following features. It consists of a smart water tap which minimizes the consumption of water and is also mainly cheap and affordable. This project was also selected for the Young Scientist competition. Before I show you my project, I would like to just give you an overview of the circuit diagram. As you can see, the project consists of 4 main components, that is the ultrasonic sensor, an Arduino Uno board, a servo motor, and a 9-volt battery. Water is a very essential nutrient and plays a very important role in the functioning of the human body. One of the most common ways in which we waste water is by letting the water flow when we are doing our daily activities such as brushing our teeth, washing our hands, etc. So what can be done to stop this? The answer lies with the improvement in technology, and the main aim of my project is to achieve this. Let us look at the functioning of this project. Whenever an object, in this case hand or glass, comes within 5 cm of the ultrasonic sensor, the servo motor opens the tap allowing the flow of water, and when this object is removed, the servo motor closes the tap, thus stopping the flow of water. This might be a very simple project, but it is these small steps that will make sure we have sufficient amount of water in the future. As you can see here, I bring my hand close to the ultrasonic sensor and the servo motor lifts the tap up and there is a flow of water. And as I remove my hand, it closes the tap and stops the flow of water.
Hi, I am Arjun M from 10th Standard B section. As we all know, poor waste segregation is one of the most important problems in today's world. So, I made this automatic waste segregator. The automatic waste segregator segregates each waste into its respective category. For that, it uses an inductive proximity sensor which senses whether the object is metallic or not using magnetism. Afterwards, under this we have an NIR spectroscopy sensor which uses near-infrared waves to determine what kind of material the waste is made of. Let me demonstrate. A plastic box. It has been locked. A tomato, which is a wet waste. Has been pushed out by the second motor. And a metal waste has been immediately pushed out by the first motor. This way the waste segregator can segregate these types of waste. By future improvements, it can also segregate different types of waste. For example, it can even segregate different types of plastics itself. This can help solve one of the problems of recycling waste, mounds of waste being dumped in one place, water pollution, air pollution, etc. This model was also presented in the Young Scientist competition conducted by the Karnataka Rajya Vignana Parishad. Thank you.